Hey guys, how's everybody doing? So H&R springs, are they worth the money? Because at the end of the day it's just a piece of metal, isn't it? You're just replacing one piece of metal, the old springs, with a new piece of metal, the H&R springs. What can it do, the H&R? Well, as it turns out, quite a lot. First of all, let me just address the thing that people are most maybe worried about is ride comfort. The difference between H&R springs and the springs that you've got in the car now, even if the springs that you've got now are really soft, the difference is negligible. You'll feel the bumps that are small bumps in the road more with the H&R than the original springs, but generally speaking the ride comfort is pretty close to the original springs. In my experience, the dampers, the shock absorbers, have a much bigger effect on ride comfort than the springs themselves, i.e. a hard spring and a hard damper. The hard damper is going to be the most uncomfortable. Anyway, getting past that, so what else you get? You get more stability in the cornering, body doesn't roll as much, and that goes the same for braking and acceleration. The car is not pitching when you're braking and pitching when you're accelerating. The weight is more evenly distributed over the four tyres more of the time. So in a front wheel drive car, this can mean better acceleration because there's less weight transfer to the rear, and likewise on a rear wheel drive car maybe you'll get less traction than you did with the original suspension, because on a rear wheel drive car the weight transfer to the rear helps traction. But horses for courses. But I would say generally speaking, because you get less pitch and the braking acceleration, less roll in the corners, the H&R is going to be generally more comfortable. And one thing to note, many people ask me if they should fit sport dampers with the H&R springs. I would say absolutely not. Just if you need new dampers, new shock absorbers, just buy the original, something equivalent to the original. So like your KYB, Kayaba Black, your Bilstein B4, your Sachs Super Touring, just original replacement shock absorbers. Like I said, the uncomfortable ride comes when you fit in sport shock absorbers. So if you fit in just the standard replacement shock absorbers, the ride comfort will be very close to what you have now. So you get the best of both worlds. You get the stability and you keep the comfort. What else do I want to say? Yeah, so perhaps the number one reason, they're all very good reasons, but I think number one, is high speed stability in quick direction changes, i.e. you go left, quick direction change to the left, and then you turn right quickly, or you turn right quickly and then you turn left, like a sequence of two direction changes. Bordering on dangerous in many cars with their factory suspension. And you need that stability. If you're doing a quick left and a quick right, either you're just pushing on, or you're avoiding an accident to avoid an accident. So if you're avoiding an accident, the last thing you want is to have an accident yourself, because the car is all over the shop. The suspension loses control of the body roll. The car can be transformed with H&R suspension, H&R springs. The quick direction changes to a much better chance of keeping control of the car. So how do H&R achieve the best of both worlds? You can more or less keep the ride comfort, and you can get better performance, better stability. It's simply down to using better materials, more expensive metal, higher quality metal than is used in the springs that the car was fitted with from the factory. It's as simple as that. Now people might say, well, if the H&R springs are so good, then they'd be fitted from the factory. Well, this is not true. because all cars are built to a cost. I don't care if it's a Porsche, Bentley, an Audi, or whatever, Opel, whatever the case may be. All cars are built to a price, and this means that the car manufacturer has to make decisions on how much they want to spend on every single component they have in the car. If there's 1,000 components in the car and they save €1 on each component, then that's €1,000. Big differences can be made by, you know, by keeping the cost down, keeping an eye on the cost for every single component. So quite simply, if you're prepared to spend more on something, on a part, than the car manufacturer was prepared to spend, you're going to get a better product. And this is the whole point of tuning cars in general, you know. But before I digress, I'll wrap up the video there. This is what H&R springs do. It's a fantastic modification. I would absolutely recommend it for every single car. Obviously the difference in performance is going to be bigger depending on the car that you're starting with. So if you're starting with a bog standard non-sporting model, you know, the transformation is going to be even bigger. But even if you've got a sporting model from the factory, it was designed to be a sporting model, even on those cars, when you're fitting a H&R, even then the H&R springs are still going to be better quality than was fitted at the factory, and you're still going to have a nice upgrade in performance and stability. So that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please vote on the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again next time.